Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
He gets it complete to Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Trey Palmer. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Burrow will throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat?
I like that. I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of it and start to play freely.
10 yards there on the Bengal first.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bengals.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Burrow. Open man, it's Palmer. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 65 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down. It's Maxwell. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Steelers.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Up the middle they go. Maxwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys will be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Indeed, they have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. They've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Smith. And he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trey Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Burrow. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw is Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Here's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Touchdown! A great play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Able to spin free. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Steelers. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down. It's Maxwell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell. And he stopped immediately there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Smith. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Maxwell. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Up the middle they go. Maxwell. Wrap up. Still moving. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at him, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Steelers 21.
That time a 6-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 6. Palmer going in motion right. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 29.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Oh, able to avoid him.
The Steelers take
The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Smith. It's brought in by Harris. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Smith now to throw.
3rd and 4.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 36. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
At the 36-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34th. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Down. It's Maxwell. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow on play action. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Palmer. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
13 more yards. That's another Bengals first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds, down at the 9-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Now it's Burrow.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
9 yards to go.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Number 87.
A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First down.
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Smith.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Smith. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's completed right side to Palmer.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
At the 32-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Maxwell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Maxwell.
And the Steelers are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
First down and goal to go.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Smith. And it's caught. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
From the gun, here's Smith. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Wide open receiver complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A big gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 31.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Maxwell looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
From the 50, it's Smith. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Trey Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He'll try to pick it up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Abdul Carter
in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he returns this to the 22. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Smith now to throw.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
There's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Maxwell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. but you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Burrow will throw. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Up the middle they go. Maxwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Steelers 52.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Burrow. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for our Bengals.
Now it's Burrow. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Bengals first down.
To the air again, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5. And the Bengals first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
From the 22, Burrow. This will be caught inside the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. 3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for trade.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Maxwell. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Steelers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.